Sometimes we get a little confused, especially my members, on the difference in how Claude Code connects to VS Code and what that all means, what it is. And I'm going to break that down in this video. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. I am Willis. I'm a digital product creator, but I'm also an AI specialist. So I'm going to show you how you can set this all up, how this should look in the very beginning for your business. That way you are training your AI appropriately, what VS Code really is, and how does this all work. When you first create your AI project for Claude Code and for VS Code, you will want to make sure that you have it on your desktop or that you have a folder in your documents area on your computer. And I'm going to use some things for an example. Once you've downloaded VS Code, you're going to open it up and then you're going to see a screen that looks similar to this. VS Code is nothing but an IDE. It allows you to communicate with Claude Code and you're not in the terminal, which means Claude Code sits under it, VS Code sits on top, so it looks better and it's easier for you to use. I personally do not use the terminal. You have a lot of people out here that use the Claude terminal. And for beginners and for people who are solopreneurs and one-person businesses, they're not looking to be developers. We are just looking to be able to use the tool to save us time and to automate some AIs for us to help work for us in our business. Now, if you do not have the extension installed, what you will want to do is come over here to your extensions and you're going to want to search for Claude and you're going to want to make sure you get the VS Code extension through Anthropic. When you click it, you're going to go ahead and install it, which then is going to prompt you to log into your Claude Code. You're going to need Claude AI on a paid plan to use this. So you're going to install it. And then, of course, you will come back to the blank screen that we saw originally. So if I get out of here, you're going to see that. Also, you're going to have a folder icon over here where it says open a folder. This folder is your AI. In my case, I created a folder on my desktop. It's going to make you navigate locally to access the folder. It's on my desktop and I called it Super Diva. So I'm going to open up my Super Diva folder. Your folder might be empty. You might not have anything in your folder yet, and that is okay. I follow a framework that helps me think about my business and about the information my AI is going to need. That particular framework is called the Empire Framework. Now, with the Empire Framework, what it does is first you need to establish, that's the E, who you are, who you serve, the essentials of your business, your offers. What is your business about? Why you created this business? Those are things that don't really change as often. They do grow over time, so they do change, but it's something stable. M is for the mission, not the mission of your business. We're not talking about a mission statement. We're talking about basically your goals, like what mission are you on right now, not the overall company mission. And then the P, your plugins, like what would you need to connect your AI to? Does it need to be able to talk to your local files on your computer? Does it need to be able to go into your Google Drive? These are what I mean by tools and connections. And there's multiple ways you can plug these in, but this just gives you the thought process on the things and the information that your AI is going to need to know. It's one thing for it to know that you use ClickUp, but do you have it connected? Do you know what that AI needs to do inside your ClickUp for you? And then we have the I for instruction, which is what it knows how to do. This is the training. And then you have the R, which are rules that you want your AI or AIs to follow. So you need to let them know what they can do and what they can't do. And then evolve, like how does this stay current? What is your processes for making sure your files stay updated and current and they're not producing content on outdated information? So it's like the framework in which I think. I don't necessarily set my files up like this. It's just my thought process is this Empire Framework. If you're finding this information helpful right now, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel. That way I can keep you updated with all things Claude Code. If we go over into our documents, you can see in our AI called Super Diva, which is the main folder, there is other folders inside of here, like the archive folder, the branding folder, the context folder, the member resources folder, and a social folder. That's what I have in this so far. Let's talk about this context folder. The context folder is what holds all the established pieces, basically, of the framework. So it holds the essence of my business. You can name these files whatever you want. Just make sure that there's something that you remember and they're all lowercase. In the essence file per se, the essence is like, what is my business? What made me want to do this business? Like the overall business model of my business. That's the essence of my company. And then your avatar, which can be a tribe.md, a avatar.md, customer.md. You can name it whatever you want, as long as you know what information is inside that document. This avatar MD is a very detailed description of a customer avatar. We're talking name, number, pain points, desires. It is fully fledged out on one particular avatar, not two, not three. It's not saying I serve X and help them do. That's not what it says. This is just the full description of the avatar by itself. In our essence file is where it's like, who is the overall audience? That part is in there. And then you have your image MD. This is like your brand palette, the image, how you want to show up online. And the voice.md is your brand voice. What do you say? What do you don't say? How you want to speak? How you want your AI to produce the content for you so it sounds like you. Okay, so those are essential documents you need in order to have your AI work for you. Now, I'm gonna open up Claude and I am going to, as you can see, we're in an untitled session. I can ask Claude anything. It's working off of my subscription. But here's the thing. When you're working through your Claude, which you should be able to see this folder, Super Diva, on your desktop or in your documents or wherever you put it. When you're working inside of your Claude Code, you're working on it locally. This is why it's very important to connect it to GitHub. When you connect your files to GitHub, GitHub is going to create a repo for you for this particular folder, this Super Diva folder. You can go in here and tell Claude, I want to connect this folder, Super Diva, to GitHub. It will help you get the step-by-step directions to help you do that. I'm not going to do it in this video because it is a process. You want to make sure your repo is private because it's only you that's going to be looking at it. You don't want it public because you don't want other people to see your files in the cloud on the net. This is so that way, for one, you can keep versions. As you change things, if you mess up something, you can go back and revert back to a previous state when you have it in the repo. Also, if you have it in the GitHub repo, if you were to ever buy a new computer, you can just download the repo to the new computer and your AI is back up and active. That is why it's very important. There's something you should know about this repo. When you are working with Claude Code on the desktop, and you're connecting it to your local file. So if I were to go and pull up my desktop app for Claude, and I were to go into the Claude Code, I want it on my local computer. What file? Open a folder. I need to select the folder that I'm working on. And in my case, we're working with Super Diva. Open. Trust this workspace. Yes, I want to trust this workspace. Now it's open. The difference between working with the files on your Claude desktop app versus me working in VS Code is I can't see all my folders. I only can see this one folder that I have access to right now, Super Diva. I don't see the list of folders like I do right here. So I have to know what's in that Super Diva folder. And this is why I prefer using VS Code because I'm able to see all my folders inside of my AI. Now, if I do something, if I'm in here and I I want to update my essence.md file. It's looking into this folder on my computer right now. It will ask for some permissions along the way. Just grant the permissions that it needs so it can get to where it needs to get to. Okay, now it found several of these on my computer. I want the Essence file that's located in the context folder that lives inside the Super Diva project because that's the project that I'm in. Now it's saying, let's tell me about your business brand, who you serve, one line. Now, this Essence file I put in here is a template. So it's not all the way filled out. And it's asked me, what should I update? Now let's fill out the content. So it's saying this is the content that's in there. One paragraph overview. What is Super Diva? Like, what is it? Super Diva, my folder, is basically my AI assistant for my company to help me create content and manage my business. Who do you serve? One line about your audience. See, this is not the full avatar. This is just basically stating who I serve. What's the mission? Why does this exist? What am I trying to do right now? Not necessarily what is the overall mission of the company, but what am I trying to do in my business? What am I currently working on that my AI assistant can help me toward? You can break this down into quarters even, or my first goal is to create this, and everything your AI produces for you will be in alignment with that goal. What are your core values? 2 to 3 that actually guides the decisions that I make in my business. What makes this different? Okay, what makes my business different from someone else's? My AI needs to know this. This is my new hire. I'm hiring this AI. They need to know about my company. What makes my company different from the competition? Founder story is the why behind the business. Why did the business even come about? And then current focus. What are we building toward? And you can answer all this at once or go section by section, whatever is easier. You can talk to your AI. It's connected to my computer, this desktop. When I'm working in this file, the file on my VS Code, because it's pulling from the same file, if I was to open it up here, it will be exactly what I stated it needed to be when I was in the desktop. Let's do that for an example. Let's go to my desktop app. Super Diva is my AI assistant for her Empire Digital. She helps me with managing my day-to-day business operations. That's all I want to update for now. All right, so now I'm talking in the desktop app instead of talking in VS Code. It says update the overall section. The other sections are still open templates whenever you want to fill them in. Now it put that information in there. It says it updated the section. Now we're going to leave out of here and we're going into our VS Code. When I'm opening up VS Code, you are the core of the business this file serves. See, it saved it. If I look at it right now inside of VS Code, it says Super Diva is my assistant for her Empire Digital. She helps me manage my day-to-day operations. That part got filled out. So I was able to access this same folder from the desktop app Claude Code by connecting to it, as well as connecting to it within the VS Code. However, nothing has gotten pushed to the repo, right? I have to tell Claude when I make changes to push these changes to the repo, because when I first connected the repo, if I was to have connected it, remember I stated I wasn't going to connect it, but if I had connected it, it had the template. Then I made the change afterwards. So now my local file that's on my computer has this change. It shows Super Diva is my assistant, but the repo still has the template information that was right there. It doesn't have this. I have to purposely push this and commit it and push it to the GitHub repo. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because, say, for example, we're back in Claude. Let's say I wanted to make a routine and I needed it to pull. Well, Claude routines work in the cloud. It doesn't have access to my local computer. So it's going to go to the GitHub repo. But if I didn't update the repo with what's on my computer, it has old information and not the information that's currently sitting on my computer. So I have to make sure I push that information up to the GitHub repo. When I want a routine to run for me automatically, what it does is it goes in the cloud because I connected it to the repo and I gave it permission to access my private repo. This is the only thing that can see it. So once I connect my private repo, Claude Routines will go in, they'll see all my folders, all the same folders that are right here in the VS Code. It'll see it because all of these were saved up into the repo. What it does is it doesn't change these files per se. It clones it, it makes a copy of it, and then it works inside the copy. Then the routine works inside the copy and it makes any changes or adds anything or does its thing that I asked it to do. And if it updated something, if it found something, some old information, and it updated it with some new information, the clone is updated, not the main one. We have to give our AIs instructions to merge the new changes with the original. Now, even if it did merge with the original on GitHub, we still don't have it on our local computer because it's in the cloud. But there is a way inside of your VS Code that you can pull down into your computer from the repo. And you do that by going over here to where you have all these connectors. But as you can see, it says initiate repo, publish to GitHub. That's because this folder isn't connected. But when you do connect a folder, it will have an option there. So I am going to show you how that looks because I am going to exit out. Let me go over here and I am going to close this folder and I'm going to open up my HerDiva, which is my actual AI, so you can see how this works. So now when I'm under the source control, which is the little like gears, the map here, that's your source code, you can see where it shows stuff that has been committed to the Git repo. Also, I can go up here and I can pull and push. I can pull from the repo. So it gives me permission to pull down onto my computer any changes that were made into the cloud. This is how we do it. Now, I know it sounds like a lot when you're not used to it because you really don't have to do it as of yet when you're new. But I want you to understand how to use your Claude Code. I want you to understand how to use VS Code and how these files interact and change and how you can make them stay the same, because a lot of people think, oh, well, my Claude isn't talking to my local file, or this is not this. Yes, it does. It's just how you're doing it and if you have it connected right. But it's very easy to do. And if this is something that you really want to dive into and learn more about just on a regular use basis, you'll want to head over to my community Pink Terminal, where I share this information and also reach out and answer any questions in regards to entrepreneurs who are using Claude. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps your girl out a lot. Thanks again for dropping by and watching. I'll see you in the next one.